Chris Jericho officially leaves AEW. Huge update on Bianca Belair's injury. Female WWE star faces racism. Nikki Bella makes surprising John Cena confession. Drew McIntyre harasses Cody Rhodes' family at live event. Asuka responds to cruel WWE fans. Austin Theory shoots on John Cena. Let's get started. Chris Jericho officially leaves AEW. Chris Jericho is officially done with AEW. After nearly 7 years with the company, Jericho quietly wrapped up his run back in April 2025, dropping the ROH Championship to Bandito. His deal was always expected to run through the end of 2025, and now multiple reports confirm it's officially expired. Jericho is a free agent. That alone is big. But here's where it gets interesting. For months, rumors have swirled about Jericho jumping back to WWE. Jericho himself added fuel to the fire, teasing a return to Stamford more than once on social media. Behind the scenes, WWE has reportedly floated the idea of a full-on retirement tour, but even if Jericho isn't ready to hang it up, Triple H still wants him in the mix. And now, there's nothing stopping him. With no AEW contract tying him down, Jericho is legally clear to appear anywhere, including WWE. According to Dave Meltzer, there's a real possibility Jericho could show up on Raw as soon as next week. January 5th marks the one-year anniversary of Raw's debut on Netflix, and WWE is reportedly planning something major. A surprise Jericho appearance would instantly steal the spotlight. Meltzer noted that WWE has had plans discussed for Jericho for months. Nothing confirmed, nothing signed. But timing is everything. And if you know Chris Jericho, you know he loves the unexpected. If Y2J is coming back, doing it when nobody sees it coming would be the most Jericho move possible. Huge update on Bianca Belair's injury. Bianca Belair just dropped a major recovery update, and for the first time in months, it actually feels like a comeback is getting closer. The EST of WWE shared a series of photos on her Instagram stories, revealing the current state of the finger injury that's sidelined her since WrestleMania 41. Earlier images showed just how severe the damage was, with heavy swelling that made it clear this wasn't a minor issue. But the newest photos tell a different story. The swelling has gone down significantly, some bruising remains, and most importantly, Belair is finally able to wear a ring on that finger again, something she hasn't done in months. This lines up with what Belair revealed back in November on BET's 106 in Sports, where she admitted the injury was far more serious than initially expected. What was supposed to be a simple 8 to 12-week recovery turned into a nearly 6-month setback after she suffered a broken knuckle joint during that brutal top-rope triple German suplex with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky at WrestleMania. According to Belair, Ripley landed directly on her hand, crushing the joint on impact. The comeback still isn't official, but this is easily the most encouraging update yet. Internally, WWE remains optimistic about a return in early 2026, and with visible progress like this, some believe Bianca Belair could be cleared even sooner than expected. Nikki Bella makes surprising John Cena confession. John Cena and Nikki Bella were once WWE's ultimate power couple. And years after their breakup, Cena's name is still following Nikki everywhere. Internet personality Franchise Jerry recently caught up with the Bella twins for a lightning round interview and only had time for one question. Who's your favorite wrestler of all time? Brie Bella didn't hesitate. Macho Man Randy Savage. But Nikki's answer turned heads. Out of everyone in wrestling history, Nikki Bella named her ex, John Cena, as her all-time favorite. That alone had fans talking, but things got even louder on Raw. On December 29th, Nikki competed against Raquel Rodriguez and Stephanie Vaquer in a triple threat match for the WWE Women's World Championship. During the match, Nikki locked Raquel into a submission that looked a lot like Cena's STF. Almost instantly, fans assumed it was a tribute to Cena, who officially retired earlier this month. Not so fast. On the Nikki and Brie podcast, Nikki shut that theory down. She explained the move wasn't the STF at all. It was her own submission, the Fearless Lock, a hold she learned directly from Shayna Baszler. According to Nikki, the confusion comes from one small detail, but the execution is completely different. Cena applies his hold from the top, controlling the head. The Fearless Lock is done from the side, pulling the opponent backward, and it's a legitimate submission rooted in MMA training. Nikki revealed she created the move while training at the Performance Center after returning from a broken neck. She worked closely with Natalya, Bayley, and Shayna, even visiting an MMA gym to make sure the move was authentic. When Nikki first debuted the Fearless Lock on someone over 6 feet tall like Raquel, she said it looked and felt totally different than before. And when the crowd started chanting "Thank you, Cena," that's when Nikki laughed and said the old version of her came out. In her words, "Thank me." Female WWE star faces racism. Michin just became the target of disgusting racism, and it started the moment she got injured. Michin was recently pulled from the remainder of WWE's holiday tour after suffering a shoulder injury. She had been working matches with Jade Cargill, but the injury forced her off the road early. Instead of support, the news triggered a wave of online hate. One user on X mocked her injury outright, replying, "Karma is a bitch," under a post about her being sidelined. And that was only the beginning. Looking through the user's account revealed a pattern of racist attacks aimed directly at Michin. Under a WWE video where she addressed Jade Cargill, the same person posted a vile comment questioning her identity and mocking her heritage. Even after other fans stepped in to defend Michin, the harassment didn't stop. The user continued with more racist remarks, attempting to belittle her culture and success. Michin eventually responded, keeping it short and real, pointing out that injuries have a way of bringing out the worst in people. And sadly, this situation proved her right. Drew McIntyre harasses Cody Rhodes' family at live event. Drew McIntyre didn't just cross a line with Cody Rhodes, he bulldozed straight through it and went after Cody's family. At WWE's December 30th live event in Detroit, McIntyre exploited a brutal stipulation that left Cody completely powerless. The undisputed WWE champion wasn't allowed to touch Drew before the bell without risking his title, and McIntyre knew it. So instead of throwing punches, he grabbed a microphone and went for something far more vicious. With Cody forced to stand there and take it, Drew locked eyes with Brandi Rhodes' mother sitting ringside and turned the moment uncomfortably personal. He mocked her for watching SmackDown every week, then smirked as he claimed he knew exactly what was going through her mind, praising himself as the tall, handsome Scottish guy stealing her attention. But Drew wasn't done. He pushed it even further, boldly claiming she wished her daughter had married him instead of Cody. As Cody stood in the ring boiling with rage, McIntyre twisted the knife one last time. He reminded Cody he couldn't do a single thing about it. No punch, no retaliation, no revenge, unless he wanted to lose everything. Then Drew casually promised he'd walk out of Detroit untouched and walk into Berlin to take Cody's title. This wasn't an isolated moment either. Just days earlier on SmackDown, McIntyre shocked fans by telling Cody to "say hi to your dad in hell," a line that sparked chaos and ended with Cody eating a claymore. Now, all of it has built toward January 9th, 2026, in Berlin, where Rhodes will defend the undisputed WWE Championship against McIntyre in a brutal 3 stages of hell match, a stipulation Drew personally chose. This feud is no longer about championships or pride. Drew McIntyre is digging deep into Cody Rhodes' personal life, trying to break him before the bell even rings. And when there are no rules left to hide behind in Berlin, this won't just be a match, it'll be a war. Asuka responds to cruel WWE fans. Asuka recently fired back at people online who mocked her over a serious in-ring injury from the past, exposing just how heartless parts of the fanbase can be. The discussion resurfaced after Shayna Baszler previously spoke about a match where she accidentally fractured Asuka's tooth, brushing it off as an unfortunate moment and saying Asuka seemed perfectly fine afterward. But Asuka set the record straight. She revealed that while she told Shayna she was okay in the moment so she wouldn't feel guilty, the reality was far worse. The injury eventually required surgery, and she absolutely wasn't fine. Asuka explained she chose to endure the pain quietly because injuries are part of the job, and she didn't want another wrestler carrying that burden. What hurt more than the injury, though, was seeing fans mock her for it years later. Still, Asuka didn't lash out. Instead, she delivered a cold, confident response, saying she doesn't wish harm on anyone, even those lacking kindness. While they waste time laughing at her pain, she's busy living a full, happy life. And judging by the footage, it's clear Baszler wasn't laughing at the injury, she was simply shocked. In the end, Asuka made one thing clear: happiness is the real win. Austin Theory shoots on John Cena. Austin Theory just turned heads during his appearance on Raw Recap. Theory went scorched earth on WWE's Legends, specifically calling out what he sees as an obsession with retirement tours. He questioned why older stars feel entitled to year-long farewell runs, mocking the idea of saying goodbye every single week across Raw, SmackDown, PLEs, and even WrestleMania. Theory didn't hold back. He took shots at John Cena's retirement plans, suggested CM Punk might be angling for the same treatment, and flat out asked how far this goes. Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, even Penta? According to Theory, the entire concept has gotten ridiculous and ego-driven. What makes this even more interesting is the history. Austin Theory is the last man to defeat John Cena on a WrestleMania stage, and WWE now has a real chance to lean into that. His new look, new theme, and sharper edge on Raw were all steps in the right direction. But here's the problem: credibility. Theory hasn't won a televised singles match in nearly 2 years. That lack of momentum has quietly killed his legitimacy. If WWE truly wants to elevate him, they need to let him be himself, and actually back it up with wins. The promo proved he's ready. Now WWE has to decide if they are.